Truthiracy films. Truthiracy films. You are about to take the red pill. The red pill of truth. Truth. The Illuminati Black Moon of Death. Because the reality is, it's almost impossible to get the 13 numbers. So, we've established the fact that a black moon is extremely rare and only happens 13 times a year, 4%. And we've established the fact that the black moon represents death and evil. In fact, this is where we get the concept of black magic and white magic. But almost all practice the dark arts of black magic. The Black Mass Ritual. It's called a Black Sabbath, or the Black Sacrifice. The Ancient Witches' Sabbath. So, what are the chances of the Royals or the L-Lights that run this world? Are they into witchcraft, sorcery, death worship, and sacrifice? Has the elite shown any signs that they worship death and evilness? Have they ever been caught making sacrifices to their god, Baal or El? Are there witchcraft covens across the world that worship Dionic witchcraft or moon witchcraft? Does the Illuminati use moon magic to carry out its deadly deeds? Do they use black moon magic and white moon magic? You are about to see detailed proof of the most important dates known to mankind and how they relate to the black moon of death. From Hollywood and famous people to building America, wars, and supposed accidents. And remember, everything you're about to see falls upon these 13 days out of 365. We all know the lovely Sharon Tate, who was married to Roman Polanski, who made a film called Rosemary's Baby. It's about an innocent young woman who is impregnated by the devil after her narcissistic husband offers her to a coven of local witches in exchange for success. Exactly like real life. So what are the chances of this major event occurring on a black moon? Go ahead and check the moon date yourself, because she was sacrificed on the night of the black moon of death. What are the chances of Roman planning this trip on the night of the black moon? Did Polanski and the Illuminati send Manson and his 3 witches to make a witch's killing on Sharon Tate?
Speak. Sharon Tate LaBianca's murder, was a witch's hitting. Sharon Tate wanted out, but the thing is, the Illuminati...
What do you mean she wanted out? She was a witch?
Yes, she was tired of it. She wanted to get out, but the thing is...
Witch, okay.
But the thing is...
You base those allegations on what?
On when I was in, myself. I'm not the only one who knows this information. Anybody who was in witchcraft during that time can tell you the same thing. What happened was...
Sharon Tate was a practicing witch?
Yes.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, the Illuminati...
I have no information to refute it, so I'm only going on what you're
The
saying.
Illuminati sent Charles Manson in to kill her. If you remember, she was killed. One leg was strung up from the rafter, her hands behind her, her throat sliced open. There was a tarot, 78 cards in a tarot deck. You look at the 12th major arcana one, it looks like the Hangman. That's exactly how Sharon Tate LaBianca was left.
Actually, the first card of the tarot deck is the card of the Fool. It represents 0 or 1, the first. So the 12th card is actually the 13th card, the 13th card of death. exactly like the end of the hour when the clock strikes 12 or the 13th hour. Exactly like the end of the year when God's Son dies and goes into the underworld, when the sun comes to an end of passing through the 12 houses. And that's why we have a sundial. And that's why L is the 12th letter of the alphabet. And that's why L is Saturn, the bull god. L, Satan, the ruler of time and the ruler of the zodiac. And that's why L's son is sacrificed on the cross, exactly like Jesus. And that's why we celebrate Christmas at the end of the year, when God's Son, Jesus, is reborn, the baby son. And that's why Christmas is really known as Saturnalia, worshiping the god of chaos, Saturn, El, the ancient fertility god of the Israelites and the Hebrews. And that's why we have the Holy Bible. And that's why at the end of the year we celebrate Christmas, or Santa, which is an anagram for Satan, Saturn, El, the Saturnalian cult of the Illuminati. They worship El, Saturn, the god of chaos and destruction, the god Baal, El, who ate his children. And that's why Saturn is the god of time, infinity, 8, because he ate his children. And that's why the Saturnalian cult have the octagon black table of 8. Why do you think Santa has a big belly and he's surrounded by little children and elves? For the same reason Santa wears a belt, because a belt covers his belly, named after El, Baal. And that's why it's called the belly of the beast, sacrificing their children to the fiery pit of Baal, El, the Moloch. And that's why babies suckle, suck El. And that's why they rest in a baby cradle, El. And that's why Saturn, the baby killer, sent his demonic witches to kill Sharon's baby, exactly like El, the Hebrew god, did in the Bible. And that's why it's called the Eve of El, evil. Believe it or not. And if you still don't believe it, Saturday was named after Saturn, and she was killed during the early morning, evening hours of the Eve of El, the Eve of Saturday. Sharon Tate was carrying the spawn of Satan, and she didn't even know it. Exactly like Polanski's film, Rosemary's Baby. Mia Farrow was born on the night of the Black Moon. She also played an omen, which was released on the night of the Black Moon also. Polanski filmed Rosemary's Baby at the Dakota. It's where John Lennon was sacrificed. And he was sacrificed at the Dakota on the night of the Black Moon of death. And is it a coincidence that the Dakota became a National Historic Landmark on December 8th, 1976? The exact date they sacrificed John Lennon. Exactly 4 years later. You see, the very word Dakota, the etymology tells us it means the mound builders, named after the hunters. The Dakota is shaped like a cube, the magic cube, exactly like the Texas school block depository of the JFK assassination.